All right. All right. We're back, y'all, from a long uh summer break. But it's okay. We needed a break. We needed, everybody had things to do this summer, so we had to take a little time off. But we back, y'all, and we hope that you would, enjoying the show and then ready to get back into it with us for the rest of this season, Lord. We just thank y'all for all the support that y'all have shown. I've been getting asked a lot of questions about when the show was coming back, and were we still doing it, or you know that it was helping, and a lot of women were watching the show, really giving us a lot of support,
Hmm.
and and you know I missed y'all too.
Yeah.
So, oh, by the way, I'm here with my cousin Derek. It should be joining us shortly, but we just want to come on here and do a little quick show. It ain't gonna be long. We just gonna put this out there, and just go with the flow. So first of all, like I said, I want to thank y'all for the support. A lot of people, a lot of people have been hitting me up and telling us that they missed the show and they want us to come back on. They thought what we were doing was admirable. That we was actually bring some conversation to households, and holding the men accountable. And that's really what this is all about. Not necessarily to down nobody. We don't want to down nobody. That is not our mission to down me. What we want to do is just try to share some experience with younger men so they can make better
Hmm.
choices. That's simply
Oh
it,
yeah.
So, I done got along with the good stuff. I done got some bad stuff too from people that said, who y'all think y'all are. I don't think I'm nobody. I just think that if I could talk to a younger me and tell me some of the things that I've said during this show, that it would have benefited me in my younger years. I might not went through some of the craziness that I went through, because I would have known to watch out for it. I have conversations with my son all the time about things that I did that didn't turn out too good, and why I
Yep.
thought it was a good idea. But the things that I've learned, if you keep paying attention to me, you won't even you will avoid all of this.
Oh yeah.
You won't even get into it. So, but it's all good. I used to say I wasn't gonna respond to none of that negative stuff, but I just want people to understand this ain't about, nothing but trying to be good guys in the neighborhood, man, trying to be good guys in the community and trying to produce good guys, trying to help guys, come to the realization that a lot of the things that we learned growing up was bull. There's
Oh
nothing
yeah.
wrong with you loving your woman, ain't nothing wrong with you loving your kid, ain't nothing wrong with you doing everything you got to do as a man to make sure your household is running smooth. That's what you're supposed to
Yeah.
do. Running around with all these different women and not taking care of the woman who holding you down is a no go.
Yeah.
It's just all it is to it. This just real talk. You know, so what I want these younger guys to understand is the mindset that you've been brought into, that'll make you run around on the woman you know, that's really got your back. The one that no matter what you do, she's still there.
Hmm.
You really need to evaluate your life and what you're doing with this woman, and how you treat her. Because if that's your situation, you really need to check yourself. you know. And I know a lot of dudes don't want to hear that. I'm probably gonna be the biggest punk in the world or this, that, and I don't care what you call it. I just know what works. And I've
Yeah.
been there, been through it, telling you, you cannot our culture cannot progress if we don't get these younger guys to start paying attention to what they do and take accountability for what they do. So that's just my spiel for the day.
I mean,
What-
it's all on the temptations too. Just because it's easy to do, don't mean that it's the right thing to do.
right.
Because yeah, I mean, you can walk to outside, you can go to the grocery store. It don't matter where you are. You can be tempted on every hand, no matter where you're at. Because there's always somebody looking, even when you don't know it. So one of the things that I found, and And I guess, this is the older me talking to the younger me, is you don't have to do it. There are other ways. Um, you don't have to go and try to get a notch in your belt with every woman out there. That's not what it's about. It was actually a guy from Ellaville. He had made a post on Facebook some years ago, and it was to the regards of, you know, how can these preachers tell me how to save my marriage when they've been married 2 or 3 times? Um, I can tell you, experience, because when you've done wrong and you've lost a wife, or if your wife did you wrong, you can talk to others into maybe saving their marriage or saving their relationship because you've been through it. And that's what this whole men's club live is about. Is about being able to share experiences to help somebody else along the way. And and my part in this, if one person can say that, hey, then that talk really helped, then I'll feel that this whole thing it won't be in vain, because with just sometimes a casual conversation, that one person can go tell somebody else, and then that other person can tell somebody else, and before you know it, your one word of wisdom, it might affect 100 people just by
Yeah.
your misfortune.
Yep.
So hey, that's what we're here for.
Yep. So I'm glad you said that, and I just want to reiterate that to our people that listen and watch the show, and we're gonna start posting them on YouTube, so you can go see them whenever you want to. We're still gonna do the live shows, uh, on Saturdays from time to time when everybody's available. But for the most part, we're gonna be on YouTube, and I have um the correct way to get to it, because I think that I must didn't keep it. Nah, I didn't keep it, but I'll put it up there in a minute. Well, it's actually a men's club podcast that you're looking for on YouTube. I was leaving out the podcast, and I had some people ask me, say, I looked for your channel on YouTube, but I couldn't find it. But it's actually a men's club podcast. That's what you're looking for. So, excuse me. So when you go to YouTube and look for our channel, that's what you're looking for. A men's club podcast. I think that's what it was named originally when we first started the channel. So, and I didn't realize that I was telling people to just go to YouTube and look for a men's club, where there's another group called the Men's Club, and that's what you're gonna keep getting. And I'm sure most
Mhm.
of y'all probably seen that already. That you tried to get to the channel and it just came up the Men's Club. Yeah, that ain't us. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious when you look on there, it ain't us. So
Yeah, I
that
saw.
was my. You saying it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my mistake. I didn't catch it. I just caught it recently. When I was working on the website. By the way, since we talked about it, we have a website now, mensclub.com. Uh, you can go in there and read stuff about us. And we are putting shirts up. They're not in stock just yet. We got COVID, you know, trying to get shirts shipped in and trying to find places to buy shirts. It's just a lot of stuff is not available right now. You know, they not trading and they not getting shipped in, and it's a mess. This might not have been the best time to try to start selling T-shirts, but it's hard to get the size T-shirts that we need. I want to make sure that we got big men shirts along with regular size, but I want to make sure everybody is able to get what they want from the store, from the men's club store. So if you can go in there and check it out, like I said, keep checking back. They will be available pretty soon. Within the next couple of weeks, we should be ready to rock and roll. But it's a menclub.com. Like I said, you can go on there and click into the YouTube button on the website, and it'll take you right to our YouTube channel. So Just want to throw that out there before I forget. But anyway, back to the conversation. I did my little PSA about the shirts and the website. Well, back to the conversation. All right. So another issue that I that was brought up to me was about women sometimes selling. Uh, and okay, I was asked this question: what would make a man keep a woman hanging around for years? And she always the backup. You know what I'm saying? No matter what goes down, she the backup. She the backup. I can go be married to somebody else for 5 or 6 years, you know, and do for that woman everything that is possible. And then when things don't work out, I'm back to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the question was, what will make you want a man like that? And then the second question was, why does that man constantly keep her hanging around if he really don't want to be with her? So I answered that question. This is my thought process. The only time that you would do that is if you always need that backup because you know that backup will do absolutely anything for you. So if you are a woman and you got a man who been back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth for a number of years, he's went off and married somebody else, and he's just raised other people's kids and just did everything for everybody else, but he never does anything for you. You got to convince this man to be in a relationship with you. And only after about, when he's finally got to the last straw and realized, you're a good woman, I need to try to stick with you because everybody else keep telling you're a good woman and I need to stick with you. And then, what, the question is, do they really want him at this point? Or is it just, I think both of them are selling at that point. I don't understand the appeal of being with somebody or going back and forth with somebody for, 10, 12, 15 years and you don't even, they never made you the priority. So why are you still trying to hang with them? But from a man's perspective, if I got somebody I can always count on, always, I don't care what woman I go date, I don't care how long it take me to come back to her, but I know I can go back to her, then you're gonna treat her accordingly. What you think?
Hmm. That's something there. That's a whole mouthful. Um, I've only really known uh one person that was in something like that to where you know they was just this old dude's backup forever, and that's what she wanted. Um, she didn't want. She wanted somebody to come to the house, fix the sink, uh, get somebody to cut my grass, pay my light bill every now and then. Um, and that was her limit. Of course, they would lay with each other every now and then, but it was more, I think, out of it was a convenient relationship. She got
Yeah,
what she wanted, and ultimately he got what he wanted, and they were in complete comfort with that life.
yeah.
So that's the only thing that I could put with some of those. Maybe it's the two C's: convenience and comfort.
I I would say that, but from what I understand, uh, they doing the most right now, trying to show them that this is how it would be if you with me. But it's been a long time, and you shouldn't. I
Mm.
mean, at this point, you really shouldn't be trying to convince
If
nobody to be with you.
To me, if it's that, then it's more of a self esteem deal where that person think that's all he or she can get, and
I
and
can't do no
and
better.
and it's always somebody out there that's gonna love you for you and
Yeah,
100% you, and will wash your dirty drawers, scrub your rusty back, and everything else for you. But you know, you got to pay attention to the person that God sent you.
There you go.
Because I mean, I can tell you this: mine came to me at my lowest point,
Mhm.
and every day I thank God because I know what it could have been. Now, granted, I'm
Mhm.
not perfect by a long shot. I may even be hard to live with. You know, I am LD's son, but at the same time, I know what my life was,
Right.
and when I was out there not doing right, it wasn't me that punished me. God punished me. So God
Mm.
plucked things from me. He plucked people away. He plucked money away. He plucked positions away. And he said, okay, I'm going to bring you all the way down here. I'm going to get you back to where you're supposed to be. And you got to work your way back up. And
Mhm.
that's a work in progress. You know, you have to get down sometimes to your very lowest to know who you really are. Because when you out here doing the most, you're the king of the world. You
Yeah.
got money flowing, you got women flowing, you're doing what you want to, you're in the club, you popping bottles and all this stuff. But what about that woman that love you that you done left at home?
Mhm.
What about that woman that'll scrub your rusty back that you left at home
And see,
to
that's
go
what
out
I
here
think.
and dance with the club women?
That's what I think. Most of the whole situation is about that. That now you realize you done got to your lowest point, and now you
Hmm.
realize this chick been had your back for
Yeah,
years,
yeah. Because
years.
God has a way of making you. He will humble you. And
Mm.
the thing is, it's a lot of folks out there, and I don't wish harm or danger or loss of possession, anything like that on anybody.
Right,
All I know is what happened to me.
right.
So once you do your dirt, you can't go back and fix it. You know, it was a very, very close person to me that I was talking to the other day. And you know me, I always put stuff in an analogy. So
Hmm.
if you go and you get a shovel and you dig the hole, you ain't put no concrete in it, you ain't put no rocks in it, you just dug a hole in some red Georgia clay. You went, you got the water hose, and you put some water in it. That water that you put in that hole gonna turn to mud. And you jump in there, you jump in that muddy water, expecting to come out of that muddy water clean. Guess what, buddy?
Hmm.
You gonna have to work that dirt off you. You got to work out of the mud. And I would say that to anybody out there. As I said, I'm not perfect, not even close to being there. But I know where I've been, and I know where God want me to be. And I
Hmm.
know I can't get there being the person that I was. I can only get there being the man, church leader, family man, and everything, and you know, general all around. I won't say good guy, but somebody that my nephew can look up to,
Right,
so he can say, "Man, I want to be like Uncle Derry when I grow up."
right,
You know, I may not have a bunch of money, may not, you know, wear fancy clothes, but guess what? I get out there, I work hard, and I love my family. The day I die, I want that inscription on my tombstone. He loved his family.
right, right. With us getting closer to 50 years old,
Hmm.
I look back at it now and I realize a lot of the stuff that we went through was a learning process, and
Oh yeah.
it needed to happen. Some things that we went through,
Hmm.
it could have been avoided, had we listened to somebody, or if somebody had told us a lot of stuff we just didn't know. So, and I say that all the time, just to get these younger guys, or these women who got young boys that don't have a man in the house. So, maybe you'll be able to talk to them about it, or get them to watch the show or whatever, or hit me up. I don't mind giving people, you know, not necessarily I would call advice, but I would share my experience with you personally, or your son, or personally, so they'll understand that what you're going through ain't unnatural, and it ain't, you are not the only one. You know,
Hmm.
because a lot, I thought I was the only one going through a lot of stuff, and I come to find out a lot of y'all, a lot of my friends, were going through the same stuff. But I'm on the outside looking in, so I'm thinking everything all hunky dory. You know what I'm saying? Just like what you
Hmm.
was telling me about, when I thought y'all was going to the track that day, and you said you didn't go. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I
Yep.
never knew that.
Yep.
I looked at it as this is father and son bonding time. I didn't want
Hmm.
to get in the middle of it. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
your
that was a
perception,
cover to get me to come in the house.
yeah. See, man, I didn't
Yep.
know that. I was all sad because I want to
Yep.
go. So but it's about perception sometimes. How you see things. If you take a beat back and really look at it, try to look at it from all angles, a lot of times you can make a better decision. That's something that I wish I had learned when I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just take a step back and look at everything from everybody, from what you think their angle would be, what you think their angle would be. Not necessarily, don't look at it in a malice way, like, they trying to do this to me. Go back and look at things. Are they trying to do something to you, or did you not do what you were supposed to do and they had to make a decision?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, as I was telling my son today, he the guys on the football team kept egging him on, hey man, come get on the team, come get on the team, come get on the team. So he finally said, okay, he went and talked to the coach like, yeah, come on, man. So he he had to get a physical and all this stuff. So this is the second day that he's been in practice. And he came home, he sore, his ankles hurt and his back hurt. And I told him, I said, look, man, this one of them things that you got to commit to. You either got to go 100% or don't do it at all.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I understand that you hurt, but the more you do it, the better it's gonna get. I
Yeah.
said, now give it a couple of weeks. Cause next week, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be a different ball game. Then you're gonna be got a little used to. You're gonna be in a little bit better condition. And you go out there and make waves and do what you want to do. You
Hmm.
know, so give it a chance. Don't be so quick to quit. Not that I don't think he was ready to quit. I think he was just down because he got dizzy today. He had to sit down. He didn't finish practice.
Dude, it's hot.
But yeah, that's exactly what
Yes,
happened. And
sir. It's hot.
then I found out he hadn't eaten all day. He hadn't really drunk no water. I'm like, dude, you can't go out there in the heat practicing
Mm-mm.
football and you ain't ate or drank nothing all day. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
you got to put in calories to put out calories. You got to put in
So,
water to sweat. So,
so he said
and
he was standing still and he got dizzy and started stumbling.
yeah,
That ain't good. That ain't good at all.
yeah,
Ain't good at all. But but like I told him, I know you heard the cliche 100 times, football prepares you for life. And I said, kind of, I hate to sound like a commercial, but it kind of do. You know,
yeah.
you learn how to build up to something.
Hmm.
It teaches you how to strive for something and worry about other people other than yourself when you trying to, everybody trying to achieve the same goal.
Yeah,
That's you'll make friends for life, because I don't care where you see a dude and where he done got in status in his life, he gonna remember y'all played football together, and if he see you somewhere, he gonna talk to you.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So believe me when I tell you, it's worth it.
yeah,
So, and that was my speech to him today. So
yeah.
we
Because
gonna,
just that right there. I think about how you got LeBron James almost a billionaire if he's not one already.
hmm
To this day, all he talk about is his AAU team and his high school team.
yeah, he always talking about it. Yep,
He loved those guys, and he would probably do anything for them.
yep,
And those relationships, they go a long way. It's like even though me and you cousins and we were right next door to each other, shoot, we fought, got mad about took my girlfriend, but still, man, let somebody say something about you.
oh yeah, it's
They
on
gonna they
top.
gonna have to catch these.
Yes, sir.
That's all
Hit
to
the
that.
hit the pause.
Hmm.
All right, man. Well, It's been 25 minutes, man. We were waiting on. I was waiting on Illy, but he never come back. But I don't know. He might have got into something he couldn't come on. So
That's all right. It's all right.
and
We'll catch you next
we
go
gonna
round.
yeah, we're gonna keep it short today. Since this was going straight to YouTube, we're gonna keep it short today. So, one thing I did want to show everybody, before we leave, I want to show y'all the shirts.
The
So,
merch.
the merch, as they
Yeah.
say, yeah. You know what? The only one I got on here is the battle test. I don't have to. Hold on, just a second. Let me add this one. I forgot I didn't add the actual logo. Yes, it's gonna take a minute to upload while we talking.
Okay.
But anyway, so like I said, we're trying to start a little slow. We're not trying to go all out with 30, 40 shirts, but we are gonna try to do what we do with these shirts. Hopefully, people interested and want to buy them. I'm trying to keep the price low as I possibly can, but like I said, we having an issue with shipping right now. Well, not shipping, but getting in the shirts. So, but here's one of them, and this is our new logo with the T on it. It got the logo on the front and the logo on the sleeve there, and that's the white one. That's a gray one, and then we got this red one. And those are the colors we're trying to get them in. And then we got the battle tested tee. Everybody that I showed this so far loves this T-shirt. So we got it in black, red, and white. So it's currently on the white. But and we're gonna do a show about battle testing so I can explain to y'all what it actually means. But I just want to show everybody the shirts and let y'all know that the merch is coming. Like I said, you go on the website, leave a message if you interested in getting one. Just go on there and say, hey man, I like the shirts you showed. I'm down, and just let me know. I would do pre-orders, but I want to get some shirts in hand before I do that. I don't, I want to be able to, when you say you want them, I want to be able to go on and print them and send them to you. You know what I'm saying? I want to get it to you as quick as possible. So, and I am looking for some quality T-shirts, and that's where the problem keep coming in with the bigger shirts because they don't want to. They not inexpensive by a long shot.
Oh no.
And I really don't want to sell no $45, $50 T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh no.
you know that's been the hold up the bigger sizes, but. But with that being said, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and cut this and call it a night. We thank y'all again for the support. I hope something that we said today benefited somebody. Whether it be a woman or a man or boy or girl, somebody, heard something that might make a choice that they gotta make it a little easier. So we're gonna sign off. Thank y'all for watching. This has been the Men Club Live. Hey,
God is good.
yes, sir.